Hey, dreamers, welcome back to your Dream Coach podcast. I'm your host, Shayla Wey. I'm a small business coach, team builder, growth strategist, and firm believer that your dream life starts the moment you lead like you mean it. Well, today we're going there. We're talking about money, not just how to make more of it, but how to actually get comfortable earning more. Because it doesn't matter how good your business is, how powerful your brand is, or how many people you serve. If your mindset doesn't allow you to receive at a higher level, you'll sabotage your own success. This episode ties deeply into my three pillars: leadership, fulfillment, and growth, because your mindset around money impacts how you lead, the level of fulfillment you allow yourself to feel, and the way you grow or stall your business. And before we dive in, if you're ready to grow, not just your business, but your confidence and leadership capacity, I'd love to invite you to join the LFG Business Academy on School. It's completely free, and inside you'll get access to my mini leadership series, plus tools, community, and the kind of training that actually helps you scale with soul. The link is in the show notes. So let's dive in and get into the real stuff. Well, number one that I want to talk about first is that your income will rarely outgrow your identity. What I found is that your business will rarely grow beyond the level of identity you hold for yourself. So if deep down you believe you're someone that just scrapes by, or that success makes you selfish, or that rich people are greedy, then your subconscious will cap your income at the level that feels safe. You'll say no to bigger clients or underprice your offers, and maybe just even overgive until you burn out. So to earn more, you have to become somebody who sees themselves as capable and worthy of earning more. And identity drives behavior, and behavior is going to drive results. The second thing is old stories create new sabotage. This is a big thing that I usually work with clients at some point, is because we often are the blueprint from a mindset perspective, especially around money, from the past. So most of us are walking around with money beliefs that we didn't even choose. Stories inherited from childhood, culture, past experiences. And as I mentioned, I've worked with clients who believe they had to work hard for money, or that being rich made them a target, or that their success would make their family uncomfortable. And what I found is that identifying these money stories and rewriting them consciously is one of the most freeing things you can do as a leader. You don't have to keep living in a story that isn't serving you. Number three is receiving as a skill, not a reward. We often talk about earning more, but rarely about receiving more. And here's the deal, is that earning is about your output. Receiving is about your capacity. So I've coached women who are doing all the right things, launching, showing up, serving, but when the money came in, they downplayed it, felt guilty, or just gave it away. And the same thing goes for coaching high-level CEOs that are men, is that it has been sometimes a reframe that has held them back of scaling or their worth. And I've just learned that building your capacity to receive, to let abundance in, to hold it, is one of the biggest mind shifts that changes the game. Receiving isn't selfish. It's just part of the flow of our success and our money mindset. And you can't lead abundantly with a scarcity mindset. This is the fourth one, because as a business owner, your team, clients, community pick up on your energy. So if you're constantly worried about where the next dollar is coming from or where to invest, and you're afraid to do that, you're always operating in fear. And that does impact your leadership. And scarcity will start to shrink the trust, and it creates tension, and it puts a ceiling on your potential. So what I've found is that abundant leadership doesn't come from having millions of dollars in the bank, but it comes from believing in the value you create and trusting that more is always available when you're aligned and you are in integrity. The fifth one is raising your prices isn't greedy, it's growth. So let's be real. And it depends obviously on the type of business you're in. and it has to be in alignment. Obviously, for some industries, we can't just, increase prices because we feel like it. But in many people I coach, they do have the ability to charge more. Because let's be real, this can be a touchy subject for a lot of business owners. So if it's a service that's providing value and it's, competitive, there is that fear of charging too much or losing people. And it can keep so many of us from stepping into the next level. So what I found is that when you undercharge, you overwork, you create resentment, and then you attract people who don't truly value the transformation. So raising your prices when aligned with the value that you bring isn't about greed. It's about growth, and it's about creating sustainability for you and better outcome for your clients, for your team, so on and so forth. Number 6 is where fulfillment grows when you own your worth. This one really ties into the second pillar of fulfillment. Is what I found is that fulfillment doesn't come from working more hours. It comes from doing work that lights you up and being compensated accordingly. So you're not here to be a martyr. You're here to build a business and a life that reflects your passion and your potential. So when you fully own your worth and when you believe your time, energy, experience are valuable, you stop discounting yourself and you start feeling more energized, more proud, and more fulfilled by your work. Number 7 is your financial goals should match your lifestyle vision. So many people set goals based on arbitrary numbers. What I've learned is that when your financial goals are rooted in your actual lifestyle vision, things shift. Because then it becomes not about chasing numbers for ego's sake. It's about getting clear on the life you want to live. Maybe it's traveling, giving back, kids' education, time freedom, and building your income to support that. So it becomes more meaningful. And with meaning comes motivation and more momentum. Number 8 is leaders need to go first, including with wealth. Here's the truth. If you're a leader, your beliefs about money ripple through your business. If you want your clients to invest in themselves, you have to model that. If you want your team to grow, you have to embody expansion. You have to go first. Because what I found is that being willing to invest in mentorship tools, rest, or even pleasure sends a message to your world that you are walking the talk, that you trust yourself to grow, and that creates massive momentum. Number 9 is that there's no fulfillment in financial guilt. So I'm going to say that louder for the achievers in the back is you don't have to feel bad for making good money. Financial guilt is one of the sneakiest forms of sabotage that I've seen. You earn more and then you feel guilty. You overgive, you try to, even the scales. And then before you know it, you're back at square one. So what I found is that you can be generous and prosperous. You can give back without giving it all away. Wealth doesn't make you selfish. How you handle it does. So release the guilt. You've earned the right to feel good about your success. And 10 is that money is an amplifier, not the enemy. So finally, money isn't the enemy. It's an amplifier. And it amplifies who you are. If you're a kind, generous, and purpose-driven person, you'll do more of that with more resources. But if you fear money or treat it like a threat, you'll subconsciously keep it at arm's length. And what I found is that the moment you stop visualizing wealth and you start welcoming it as a tool for leadership, fulfillment, growth, everything changes, right? Your decisions become empowered, your energy more magnetic, and your vision more expansive. So let's not villainize wealth. Let's visualize it and welcome it as a tool. So here's what I want you to take away from this episode is it's not just about making more money. It's about believing you're meant to, allowing yourself to, and being safe in doing so. The money mindset shifts we talked about today is that there's the foundation, that they are really the foundation of a business that lasts, not just financially, but emotionally. Because when you lead with abundance, you grow with integrity, and you fulfill your vision without apology, you win. And if you're ready to keep doing this work alongside other purpose-driven leaders, come hang out inside the LFG Business Academy on School. It's free, and you will get the mini leadership series, access to some of the best tools, and a community that's building businesses that feel as good as they look. You can find the link in the show notes or head over to school.com/LFG Business Academy. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm honored that you're here because your dream life starts with the way you lead, the way you live, and the way you grow. I'm Shayla Wey, and I'll see you next time on your Dream Coach podcast.